These notes are on the topic of viewing window. It's a topic that you covered in section 2.7H. The viewing window is the part of the graph you can see on the screen or the page. In the viewing window, we talk about 6 things. We talk about the x min, smallest x. We talk about the x max, largest x. We talk about the x scale. What am I counting by on my x-axis? We talk about the y min, smallest y. We talk about the y max, largest y. And we talk about the y scale, how much we count by along the y-axis. So, in our example, we're going to identify for this graph these 6 attributes. So we've already pointed them out, but let's just kind of point at them on the graph. Right here, my graph stops at -6. This is our x min. On the that's the left-hand side, so minimum. On the right-hand side, it stops at 8, and we call that our x max. The scale on our x-axis, if I count to get from here to 5, I would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that scale is 1. Our y-min is the lowest part of our graph. And that happens, I need to look at my scale very carefully here, because if I count by ones, 1, -1, -2, that's not -2. So I have to go back and sort of look at this a little more carefully, and I see that actually this is -2, -4, -6. So my y-min is -6. I look at my top of my graph, that's my y-max, and that y-max is labeled as the number 8, so I don't have to even count. And then I'm looking at my y-scale. And we kind of had to figure this out in order to fill in our y-min. And it meant that I was counting by 2s. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So our y-scale is 2.